So now that we have shown the full video, I want to take the time to go ahead and break this video down into clips so that we can examine more closely the message that former Ambassador John Bolton appears to want to send through these videos. So let's start with the first of these clips.
People who have been kidnapped, totally innocent people, in exchange for these Palestinian prisoners who are by and large criminals, people who have conducted, in many cases, violent assaults on other innocent people. At a ratio of 3 to 1, for every innocent person released, 3 criminals are going to be released back to the Gaza Strip.
Now, Bolton says people have been kidnapped, totally innocent people. My question is, how do we know that they are totally innocent? Are they totally innocent because they are Israeli? The Zionists are Israeli. Are they totally innocent? Now, Bolton says that the Palestinians prisoners are by and large criminals. By and large. What does that mean? According to Oxford Dictionary, it means on the whole, everything considered. So on the whole, everything considered, is it fair to assess that the Palestinians are criminals? Bolton said, at a ratio of 3 to 1, for every innocent person released, 3 criminals will be released back to the Gaza Strip. Bolton knows this. How? Where is he getting this information from? What's his source?
Why do you think Israel did this? Why make this deal if you think the deal is problematic?
I think that we're under enormous pressure from the Biden administration, which faces, in turn, enormous pressure by the left wing of the Democratic Party, which is more pro-Palestinian than pro-Israel. You know, this is basically an Israeli decision, but it has significant implications for the United States as well, since this is not just a Hamas-Israel conflict. This is something that I think they're calling the shots on in Iran, and it has Israel simply the little Satan in Iran's. We are the great Satan, and ultimately this will affect us too.
Now, in that last clip, basically Bolton just said that the decision to agree to this pause in the fighting between Israel and Hamas was Israel's decision. But then he said it had implications for the United States, seemingly inferring that whatever decision Israel makes will inevitably entangle the United States too. Whether it's the little Satan or the big Satan or both, I'm thinking that Americans don't want to have anything to do with Satan, big or little. So as you saw in the clip, when CBS News anchor Anne-Marie Green asked Bolton why Israel made this deal if the deal is problematic, Bolton said because of the pressure of the left wing of the Democratic Party, who is more pro-Palestinian than pro-Israel. Kind of makes the censure of Representative Rashida Tlaib even more ridiculous. But the pressure is not because of the stand that the left wing of the Democratic Party has taken. In my opinion, the pressure is because what the Zionists are doing to the Palestinian people is inexcusable. Does Israel have a right to defend itself against attack from Hamas? Absolutely. But this butcher-like attack aimed squarely at innocent people who have no way of defending themselves, I'm sorry, my tongue's getting tied up here, against the brutal attacks by Israel going way beyond the pale. That's what that is. If you want to go after Hamas, go after Hamas. However, Israel, with total resolve, has shown its intent to annihilate and completely force into extinction the Palestinian people. Even if this war stopped right this minute, the Palestinians have no home to go to. Their land, which was rightfully theirs, which was forcefully and illegally annexed by the Zionists, has been decimated, and what is left of the Gaza Strip is all that the Palestinians have left. I truly believe that if it had not been such an outcry against what Israel has done for decades to the Palestinian people and continues to do today, the Palestinians would be no more.
Yes, there are 220 hostages cruelly kidnapped, perhaps tortured by the barbarians in Hamas.
Now, in that clip, Bolton said there are 220 hostages cruelly kidnapped and perhaps tortured by the barbarians in Hamas. Now, yes, I believe that it was cruel to kidnap the hostages, no question. However, perhaps torture? What does perhaps mean? It means to express uncertainty. So Bolton must have been saying that he couldn't say with certainty that the hostages were tortured. Maybe he just threw that in there to suggest that maybe, possibly, it could be, conceivably, for all he knew. In other words, he was using deceptive wording. Perhaps.